Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. It's the home of the Rockets as we are live from Houston, Texas. And, of course, Şengün. Many wonder how they'll do without him. Soon find out.
Yeah, and no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
And Jokic drops them both. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Releases. Back to Jokic. Over Eason. Jokic with the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Eason. Here's Jokic. Can't cash in from close range. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Here's Eason. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Denver. Jokic draws the double. Now Gordon fires the three. Thompson with the rebound. From deep, Green. Rebound by the Nuggets.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Jokic with the bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Thompson. Another miss by Houston.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Ime Udoka.
When it comes to Jamal Murray, coach said it's crucial to make sure his defense doesn't slack off on him. He said Murray is a microwave scorer. He can get hot in a real hurry. Our guys know they have to talk with one another out there and help each other out. Communication is key. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 6. Outside for Murray. Back to Jokic. Goes back up. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Jokic has got 8.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
That one drops for him.
Look, I don't care if Green is shooting from outside or in the paint close. This man finds a way.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Clock at 6. Count that one. 10 points for him.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Thompson with it. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Braun. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter of the game. Out to Smith for the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Smith with the size and lift to elevate above the crowd and knock down jumpers when he gets to his spot.
There's a screen by Murray. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dillon Brooks. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Rockets pass to Bowen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. He's got 10. A shot that time, not on target.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Smith right side. Shoots from the baseline. It's hauled in by Jokic. And it's the Nuggets ball. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Bowen. Here's Jokic. Brooks covering. Kicks it out to Gordon. No good on the three. It's a tie game here in Houston. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
The Nuggets 10.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
VanVleet left side. And a wide open look for Whitmore. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. When it's all said and done, Jokic. Oh, look at that play right there!
Okay, that's how it's done.
Woo! Wow.
Tari Eason.
That's just a veteran play from Westbrook, showing toughness by taking the hit and scoring through.
The Nuggets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And it's Whitmore missing. Denver leading by 3. Now Westbrook. Outside Gordon. Denver passing it around. To the paint. And stolen by Eason. And here we go. Fast break, and Whitmore's got it. Got that one up quick.
And there's typically going to be some space when you're out in transition and you do just kind of venture out to that three-point line.
Here's Murray up on top. Still scoreless. Count it.
A comfort zone of Jordan. The closer he is to the rim, the more efficient he becomes.
Pass to Eason. Now Whitmore shoots. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Wide open look here for Murray. Here's Bowen. Right side, Jordan. Outside for Murray. 5 on the clock. Here's Jordan. Some solid defense from Bosh.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at that rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Thompson outside. The kick out to Bosh. And the layup's good off the glass. Bosh has got the lead up to 2 now for Houston.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake and then off to the races.
Murray, good.
And there's an aggression to Murray's game. Willing to battle there for the bucket.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Down low. Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's what Jordan does best. An extremely lethal dunker.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in the locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
You can't put a price on it, David. Thank you. To the middle. Here's Jordan.
Sets and slips with the best. I mean, DJ mastered pick and roll action back in his days with the Clippers playing with CP3.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
While he's a bit undersized for a four, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
Bowen, good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to Eason. Van Vliet looking around. Lets it go from deep. And Jones pulls it down. The Nuggets trail. Watson with it. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
The pace that Westbrook plays at, it allows him to find angles and lanes to get the ball into the hands of shooters.
There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Whitmore. A three. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
Good on the second free throw.
And being such a good passer out of that 5 spot makes Jokic a triple-double machine.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Whitmore with it, and it's good for 2. Whitmore's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Rockets. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
Puts one up from 19. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And it's Green missing.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Brooks with it. Jones covering. Here's Gobert. From the right block, the shot is good. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And this is where you want Gobert to have the ball.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
And you know, few guys play their role better than Bogdanovic. And by that, I mean he's often exceeding expectations and giving his squad more than they asked for.
Buries it from three-point range. Green's got 7.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Good! Jokic can indeed take a little contact.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Takes it inside, and there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That'll be his second foul of the game. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. For 3, Murray gets it to go from beyond the arc. Murray's got the lead up to 4 now for Denver.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Gobert, the screen. Inside. And finished off by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%. You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Kept alive. Out to Smith. Eason, the screen. Puts up a 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Eason's got his first 3 points of the game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Back to Jokic. 4 on the shot clock. Outside for Murray. Offline with his 3. Houston in the lead. Thompson surveying the floor. For 3, Smith. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. The Nuggets trailed by 4. To the inside. Boom. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Murray outside. Inside to end the run. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And again, Denver no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
And another miss by Denver.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. here's Van Vliet. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Outside, Green gets the three-pointer to fall. Green's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Rockets. Back to Murray. Shoots over Van Vliet. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets lead by 11. And fourth quarter.
The Nuggets, 38.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Michael Malone said to his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Okay, David, much appreciated. The Nuggets trailed by 11. Pass to Jokic. Gordon with it. Denver passing it around. There's a screen by Murray. Jokic fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And how about absorbing the punishment and still complete the play? That's a great finish by Jokic.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Screen by Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot. And here's Brooks from outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And here's Jokic outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Brooks with no one around. No good on the triple. The Nuggets trailed by 11. Jokic inside. Can't hit that one. Smith up top. And he converts the layup. Smith's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
And here's Jokic. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Van Vliet outside. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Denver grabs the miss. Out to the wing. Back to Jokic. In the corner, it's Gordon. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Oh, the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy.
Pass to Smith. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So, Greg, you played the point. In creative player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Bosh looking around. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 13.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time, but he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
Here's Jokic. No good on that one. Rockets lead by 14. Tipped away. Murray with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Jokic. In stride. Jokic caps off the break.
Murray with a great defensive play to get that break going.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Yep, that one goes.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Back to Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires the three. The three-pointer is right on target.
And Gordon understands the importance of stretching the floor, and he remains a capable three-point shooter.
Here's Brown. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so it's Houston with it. They lead by 11.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Houston.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Jabari Smith.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
For 3, Murray. And another miss by Denver. Pass to Green. So we see Houston taking the W here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they